In this Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered video, I bring you 10 plus further glitches that still work and ones you definitely don't want to miss out on. How's it going, guys? My name's DPJ, and if you do enjoy the video, living a like really helps me out, and if you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. So I've already posted a top 10 amazing glitches, which if you haven't seen, I'll link it in the video description. That video consists of duping, infinite gold and much more. Today I bring you 10 plus newer glitches that you want to be taking advantage of if they are your thing. Also use the timestamps in the video description to check out specific glitches you may be interested in. Okay, so first up, guys, a much easier method and setup for unlimited carry weight. So first things first, you need at least one piece of the sackcloth set. Now this is a gear set that you get initially when you start the game. So when you exit the prison or the sewers even, you have this set on you. Now like me, you've probably got rid of this, which is completely fine. You don't need to start again. I'll show you where you can get at least one piece of this from. And it's quite simple, and only one piece is all that you need. So for me, the most popular places are guards. So the Imperial City guards, if you come here, let me just pull up my map so you can see where I'm at. So if you come here, guys, to spawn into, say, the market district or wherever, and you see the guards, if you pickpocket them, there's a good chance that it'll have at least one piece of this sack set on them. Change it to the middle of the night, obviously, so it's dark. Creep up behind them, guys. Loot their, well, pickpocket them. Hopefully they have a piece for you on them. Now another place which seems quite popular to have these is the Imperial City Prison. The guards here, guys, are way easier to get to. Again, change it to the middle of the night, pickpocket them, and there's a good chance you'll see them have a piece of this set on them. Another place which I've seen them is from the beggars from the Imperial City waterfront. So if you come down here, if you see a beggar, pickpocket them, and hopefully you'll have a piece on them. Or guys, bandits you'll find in the open world sometimes have a piece of this set on them too. So yeah, do what you gotta do. But once you have a piece of this gear set, you can do this glitch. Now guys, go back into your main inventory and put these on. So zoom your character out and put them on, then take them off. Do this 5 times. Put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off. Simple as that. Now guys, what you want to do is go back to that empty inventory. Simple as this. Click that search button. Simple as this. And now guys, you want to get yourself a high stack of any particular thing. It can be arrows, it can be lockpicks. I actually tried this with my poison apples. I don't know if it's because I've got so many of these it don't work, but it definitely works with my lockpicks. As you can see right here, I have 5,570 of these, but it works fine with these. It just don't work with my poison apples. Could be just a me thing, it could be just a hit and miss thing, but either or. But you want to get yourself, guys, a high stack of any individual item. So let's just go with my steel arrows here. I'm just going to duplicate them, doubling them up every single time. So I'm just going to put one into that empty inventory, just like so, like boom. Then guys, while hovering above any high stacked item you have, press that store button and either R, B and R1 at the same time. Bam. Then guys, just double tap. There guys, you'll see now I've just doubled up my steel arrows. I'm going to do this till I have about just under 10,000. So now guys, I'll have 14,000 of these. You'll also notice at the top of the screen, my carry weight is way over. So now I'm obviously over encumbered. So now what you want to do, guys, is go back into that barrel, just like so. Go back, well, press search first to go back to the item you just duplicate loads of. And simply now, guys, what you want to do is press RB and store, or R1 and store at the same time. So boom. Now guys, what you want to do is press continue once. Don't press it twice, just press this once. So do. Now guys, what you'll notice is it actually doesn't go into the barrel or inventory or whatever you're in. Then guys, go back to your cloth piece, the one that you put on, and just put it inside of the inventory. Like boom. Now guys, you will have noticed at the top of my screen, I'm now into the negative in regards to my carry weight. Meaning, I need to make up 12,000 carry weight before I'm even into my standard carry weight. which is crazy. And you can do this over and over if you want to. It's completely up to you. Again, we'll do it with the sackcloth sandals. So if I just make sure these are on, let me just make sure I put them on. There we go. Put them on off 5 times. There we go. What I'll do here, guys, is I'll use a different inventory. So I'm just empty out this one right here. Boom. So what you'll do here, guys, again, press search bottom of your screen, just like so. Go across to your steel arrows or whatever you duplicate loads of. Press and store an RB and R1 at the same time. Bam. And press continue once, like so. Now, guys, going straight to those sackcloth sandals. Just store them. Bam. You see now, guys, I'm into minus 40,000 in regards to my carry weight. But yeah, I've tried and tested this with multiple different armor pieces, gear pieces, but it only seems to work with the sack set. So if you did get rid of yours at the start of the game or just after that, do what you gotta do to get at least one piece of this so you can replicate this glitch and get infinite carry weight. Okay, so next up, guys, we have the Acrobatics level 100 exploit, getting there in no time at all. First things first, guys, this more or less consists of the very old method of finding a low roof and just jumping underneath it, keep spamming out that jump and you'll level up the Acrobatics. So the spot is located within Anvil. So if you want to come down to the Anvil main gate right here, left hand side of your screen map, sorry, come here, load in here, and you're loading right here. Directly across from you is this broken down building. This one right here. Now if you jump over this wall, next to this tree, you can see there's a little gap there. If you wedge yourself in there, guys, this spot right here, if you jump, you can see you're hitting the roof right above you. If you do this and spam it out, guys, you will level up the Acrobatics. But what you'll notice is your fatigue will drop. But there's actually a nifty little trick you can also do to more or less not have this happen. It consists of you duplicating creating potions, duplicating foods to create potions, which I'll show you how to do in a quick second. But yes, this is a great spot and a quick way of leveling this up, which I'll show you in a quick second. So if you come again to the Anvil main gate, directly across from where you will spawn in, there is a mage build, a guild building. Now it is the middle of the night, so I'm going to have to change time. But yeah, if you go in here, you can actually buy all what you need to spam out and create potions. This will also level up that alchemy at the same time, which I made a video on earlier. Well, actually, probably a couple of days back now. So again, exactly where we are, the Mage Guild building, directly across from the Anvil gate where you'll spawn in. If you come in here, there will be a vendor on your left hand side who will sell you not only a mortar and pestle to create potions, but also he'll sell you apples as well as beef. Now I've already brought these not long ago, so they probably won't be here for me, but he will sell apple. You can see I've got them right there in my inventory. He will sell apples and beef. Just buy one of each, and then if you don't have a mortar and pestle, come down and he should also have a mortar and pestle for you. There it is right there, the novice mortar and pestle. Now with them you are all set, so now we're going to go and duplicate them. You need to find yourself an inventory, a chest, a wardrobe, whatever. But yes, what you need is an empty inventory. This barrel is great for that. Make sure whatever you go into though is completely empty, so take all items out of it. Bottom of the screen you can see it says search. Press that search button on control. This is right thumbstick. Ba-boom. Here guys, you just want to put in the apple firstly. Bam. Then guys, you want to go to anything in your inventory which has a high stack. Keep in mind apples weigh 0.2, so they will take some of your carry weight down, so you don't want to do this over the top so you're over encumbered, which means you won't be able to jump. I'd recommend you probably doing let's say 100 of each. If you wanted to do that, it's up to you. I'm just going to do 34 just for demonstrating purposes, because I've got silver arrow here with 34 stacked next to it. What you'll do then guys is hover above that stack, whatever you have with that number tied to it. At the top of the screen you can see it will say either RB or R1, and at the bottom of the screen you can see it says store. Xbox, that will be X, or so an Xbox is A, and PlayStation that's X. Press them two together, so store and RB at the same time. Bam. Then just double tap that continue button. Bam. You'll see now guys that in my inventory I now have 34 apples. So now what I'll do is I use those apples to make 34 beefs. So I put the beef in, hover above the apple, do the same thing, RB and A at the same time, just like bam. There we go, double tap it. Boom. Simple as that. What I'm going to do, guys, is now go down to the mortar and pestle. So go back into your inventory, come down to the mortar and pestle, click on it, then add in 1 apple, 1 beef, and just spam at create. So I'm just going to do that. What again, guys, what you'll do here is, because you're creating these potions, you'll level up that alchemy. Simple as that, people. Boom. So now, guys, you'll see inside of my inventory I have 54 and 25 are the restore fatigues, which is a potion we can use to restore what's basically our stamina. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to add these to my shortcuts. So pressing on 1, pressing left thumbstick in on controller and adding it in right there. You can also add in this second stack. I don't know why these don't stack together, but you can add this in if you wanted to. So add this in right there, just like so. Now, guys, if we go back down to where that broken building was, you'll see how crazily this works. So the broken building is right here. And what I'd recommend you using, guys, is obviously wedge yourself in. I just got a level straight away. That's mad. So pull up your shortcuts and just use as many of these as you can. So you just hover above it, let go of it. You don't have to press no buttons, and it will say you've used as much as you can. There we go. And now, guys, just spam that jump, and you'll see bottom of the screen the fatigue bar. I'm struggling to get this down, which means I can literally just jump on the spot, and even when it's at the bottom, you can just spam that jump and you're good to go. And you can see how quicker this thing will indeed level up. And again, when that fatigue potion runs down, which you'll see bottom left, or so forth, you can then, guys, spam it out again. Simple as that. Okay, so next up, guys, we have a great way to AFK leveling up athletics. Now this won't be extremely quick, so to speak, not like what we see with other skills. That's because I don't think there is a super fast way of leveling up athletics. But this is a great method to use if you want to go AFK and leave your game to do its thing. The only one requirement for this is to be able to breathe underwater. So to do this, guys, you need the Thin Gleam helmet. This can be obtained from right here on the map. It is underwater, so follow where I go, grab this item, and you are ready to go, guys. So once you have this item, you now want to come to the Imperial City waterfront. Once here, follow the path to your right, come to this boat, and now, guys, you want to put that Thin Gleam helmet on and get in that water. Here, guys, you want to line yourself up with the bottom of this boat, trying to more or less get stuck here. It's like a barrier that you'll get stuck to. But what this will do is it will allow you to continue holding forward, which will see you in that swimming animation. Now, if you can rubber band your controller when you get in this position, you can go AFK, and this will level up that athletics. Now again, this isn't fast considering what other skills and glitches you can do, but it's the quickest way I've seen for this skill by far. Okay, so the following 3 glitches are the Permanent Enchantment glitch, the Infinite Magicka glitch and the Infinite Health glitch. Now what's important here is the Infinite Health and Magicka glitches both use enchanted items you create, which must be worn by you to keep and reap the benefits of said glitches. But if you use this glitch of having permanent enchantment on the items you make for these 2 glitches, it means you won't have to wear them permanently and can wear other things. This glitch also works on any other enchanted item too, which you can dupe as far as I am aware. So let's get into that glitch first. Okay, so to get permanent enchantment buffs is quite simple. I'm going to do this with the Ring of Jahiti, which gives you that Carmelian. You can see that I have the effect active right here on my character. So here guys, you need to find yourself an empty inventory, a chest, a barrel, whatever. Then guys, press that search button and place in this empty inventory the item you want to get the effects of, the enchantments of. As you see me doing this with the Ring of Jahiti. Then go to any item in your inventory which has a stack, but this you need to remember what this stack is. I'm using the silver arrows here. Here guys, you are using more or less the basic dupe method. So on controller, while hovering above that stacked item, press either on PlayStation R1 and X together, and on Xbox R, B and A together. If done right, this screen will then pop up. Then you just want to double tap that continue button. If you've done this right guys, you will have duped that enchanted item. From this point, you just want to go into your inventory and equip that enchanted item. Simple as that. What this will do is it will create a separate stack. One for the item you are wearing and the other are the ones you just duped. From this point guys, go back into that empty inventory we just used to dupe. From here guys, go back to that stacked item you used to dupe. For me it was those silver arrows. From here on controller, you want to press on PlayStation again, either R1 and X together or on Xbox R, B and A together. When this screen then pops up, press continue once. Here you will notice that nothing seems to happen, the inventory is still empty. From this point guys, go to that enchanted item where you have a stack and the one equipped, and simply guys put the stacked set inside of this empty inventory. What you will notice is all of the enchanted items are moved now to the inventory, including the one you were wearing. So you ain't actually holding any of that enchanted item on you. From here guys, just simply leave this chest. And then from this point guys, you'll notice you will have the effects of that enchanted item applied to your character even though you are not wearing it. It really is as simple as that, people. Okay, so now we do the Infinite Magicka glitch. This requires a few things which we'll go through, all created on the basis of a new player watching this, or will be timestamped down below as well if you want to skip to certain points. Also while we're doing this, you will level up Restoration, Destruction, unlock Frostcrag's Spire, and I'll also teach you how to make OP spells. So let's go. Okay, so to have unlimited Magicka and create the most powerful spells possible in the game, there are a few requirements first. Now I'm making this guide on the basis of a player being a low level in those magic skills. Now timestamps will be down below for you to skip to parts of this guide where requirements have been met. That's if you already have what's needed. Okay, so firstly you need to get yourself 3 spells. First up we have the Drain Magicka spell, or the Magicka Drain spell. This can be brought from right here within Skingard. Now what I will say is sometimes, depending on the time of day, vendors will be selling different things. So I say this to everybody when I'm making these guides: if you come to a certain vendor and a certain spell isn't there, even if it's outside of this video, go out time of said shop, skip time by 3 in-game days, go back and he should have reset his stock, or at least have other things for sale.
What can I interest you in?
Okay, so the next spell we need is the Fortify Magicka. Now you can get this from right here within Anvil. Now this isn't the only place this can be obtained, it can be also brought from many different merchants too, as far as I am aware.
How are you today?
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please. What can I interest you in?
And lastly for the spells, we need the Fortify Attribute spell. This is a spell you unlock at the spell table after purchasing or obtaining any of the 7, I believe, Fortify spells. These are Strength, Endurance, Willpower, Intelligence, Agility, Luck or Speed. Any of these Fortify spells will unlock you the Fortify Attribute spell at the spell altar. Now these spells also come with burst signs, gear, even the skeleton key. But if you are having issues with this and getting the Fortify Attribute spell at that spell altar, come to the Horse Whisperer's stables, follow this path and trigger this stone. This should hopefully work for you. You now need an active soul gem of any kind, doesn't matter what size, just make sure you have one of these. And then guys, you just need something to enchant. A ring is perfect here, so loot one, find one, purchase one, just get any you can enchant. I mean, you can enchant anything for this to work, I just feel a ring is at least best for me, because this is the item you need to keep on to get that infinite Magicka. So if you want that infinite Magicka, you need to keep that said enchanted item on. You then guys need access to the altar of enchanting and the altar of spell making. To get these guys, I recommend you unlocking Frostcrag Spire, which is quite simple to do. So come to the Wild Eye stable seen right here on the map and follow this direct path I take on screen now. It is a bit of a run, but nothing too crazy.
Good afternoon.
So eventually guys, you'll come to the Frostcrag Spire, but before you get in here you need to get a key which can be found en route. So follow where I go guys and grab this key out of this chest. From here you can now enter Frostcrag. Here guys, interact with this book, wait for everything to open up and then leave. Here you now need to travel to the Imperial City Market District and come to the Mystic Emporium. Within here guys, you now want to speak with this lady.
Greetings, so I went to see Jency. She gives good price. Yes.
Select her bartering option, and then guys, through inventory you need to buy a couple of things. I'd firstly recommend you buying the Frostcrag areas and so forth. These will basically upgrade Frostcrag Spire for you, allowing us to dupe here, which is what we're going to need to do. You also guys, and this is a must, purchase the 2 Mage Tallow candle boxes. You need to purchase both of these. Also guys, I recommend you purchasing a couple of items to create a Restore Magicka potion. This potion will be required for players at a restoration and destruction level below 50. Okay, so here you are looking for any item which can make you that Restore Magicka. What I will say is her stock can be rotated by again moving away from the shop, skipping time by 3 in-game days, and then guys coming back to her. Another important note is your alchemy skill level. If it's quite low, you won't see what most of these ingredients are capable of conjuring up. Now I've posted a great video on how to level alchemy up. I'll link that in the video description. So again, buy ingredients which allow you to create those Magicka potions, those Restore Magicka potions. Fire salts, stinkhorn caps, water nectars and flax seeds are all fine here. I'd also recommend, if you don't have one already, purchasing a mortar and pestle from her. Super important. Now money shouldn't be an issue for you, but if it is, check out the video linked in the video description to make millions in minutes. Now the other merchant in here, I recommend while you're here guys, purchasing the Spout of Fire Touch if you haven't already. This is very important for us in leveling up that destruction. Okay, so with these and those candle boxes in hand, head back to that Frostcrag Spire and light the candles on the 2 altars, the altar of spell making and the altar of enchanting. Okay, so once they are lit, what you can do now is create those potions and duplicate them. So here, quickly go into your inventory and go to that mortar and pestle. Here, using any 2 of the ingredients required to make that Restore Magicka potion, just craft one of these potions. Only one is needed because we will dupe it. So now head to the vault section of the Frostcrag Spire, as you see me do. Now if you didn't do this, if you didn't buy the areas from the vendor to unlock these, you're going to need to find another inventory to do this within. But yes, head to the vault section, go to any of these chests, make sure they are empty. Then guys, place inside that 1 potion we just made of the Restore Magicka. Now in your inventory, go to any large number of item you have, i.e. arrows, lockpicks, whatever you have a large number of. Then hover above said item. Then guys, on your screen, if you play on controller, you'll see on Xbox, top of your screen it will say RB. On PlayStation this will say R1. At the bottom of your screen you'll see it will say Store. Xbox this will be A, on PlayStation this will be X. You want to press these 2 at the same time, so that'd be RB or R1 while pressing that Store button. Press them at the same time. If done correctly, this will pop up. Now from here guys, you just need to double tap that continue button, A or X. Upon doing this, if you've done this right, you will see those potions have duped to the number of whatever stacked item you used. And you can rinse repeat this to get thousands of them. Now what I will say is, you can store them within this vault if you haven't used the infinite carry weight glitch I posted on my channel. If you've missed that, I'll link that also in the video description. If you have used that glitch, you may as well pick all of these up because they're going to come in super handy. Okay, so with those potions within your inventory, I'd recommend you making a shortcut as I do on screen now. Just makes them much easier to indeed use. Okay, so to get Infinite Magicka, the Infinite Magicka glitch, it requires you to be able to use Fortify Magicka and the Magicka Drain. This means you need to get your Restoration up to a level 50 and your Destruction up to a level 25. If you haven't done that already, here is how and the fastest way in doing so, and that's why those potions we just duped are super helpful. So let's start with what you can do for your Restoration. So head to the altar of spell making. Now depending on your current restoration level, this basically determines how powerful you can make these spells. In turn, the more powerful you can create them, the quicker this will level it up. But if you ain't even at level 25 in that restoration yet, do this. Firstly, add the Fortify attribute effect. Attribute wise it doesn't really matter. On console here, half the time it doesn't let me change it anyway. Now making sure it's also set to touch, change the magnitude level to around a 25. Then change the duration to a 5. Save these changes and then add the effect of restore health. Here change the range to self, leaving everything else at a minimum and then save it. Then name the spell to something like Restore 25. Then equip the spell from your magic menu, tabbing across to touch and applying the spell. Here guys, you want to spam the spell out. You will notice that your Magicka will drop and drop quite quickly. That's why we shortcutted those restore Magicka potions. So spam like 5 of these potions and then just spam the spell out. Keep doing this guys until you reach that level of 25 in that restoration. From here guys, you may as well create another restoration spell because you can now use more powerful attributes which will get to a level 50 quicker. So here doing the same thing, create a new spell, the Fortify attribute, setting a magnitude to a 44 and a duration to a 5. To be honest, you might be able to get away going a little higher, but hey ho. Here do the same thing, again add that restore health effect, changing the range to self, keeping everything else at a minimum. Then just saving it and renaming it to Restore 50. Then equip the spell and spam it out like we did before, using those restore Magicka potions to make it way more efficient. And eventually guys, you will hit that level 50 in that restoration. From this point guys of having a level 15 restoration, this is perfect. We will now move on to destruction. Again here though, only a level 25 is needed for this glitch, but you can do this at any level up to a max. Okay, so back to this spell making altar. Firstly you want to select that fire damage. Here change the magnitude to a 14, then save the effect. Then apply the restore health effect, making sure the range is set to self, leave everything else at a minimum. Then guys, basically save the spell and rename it to something like Destruction 50. Then equip the spell and spam it out, again spamming out those restore Magicka potions at the same time, and just spam out the destruction spell until you hit a level 25, and you'll do this in no time at all, and then you are all good. From here guys, with a level 50 in that restoration and a level 25 in that Magicka, you can use what we need now to make the infinite Magicka glitch actually work. Okay, so here's what's needed to make that infinite Magicka glitch work. Firstly, as I recommended you earlier, grabbing yourself a ring so you can enchant it. Again, this can be done with any item as long as you can enchant it. It doesn't really matter. The ring for me though was definitely the best. So go to the altar of enchanting. Select the item you want to enchant, again for me, the ring. Then select any soul gem, it doesn't matter. Then guys, apply the Drain Magicka effect to it. Rename it to whatever you want, and we will come back to this gear piece later on. Do not equip it right now. Okay, so back to the spell making altar. Okay, so here guys, you can create the spell which gives us infinite Magicka. So firstly here, add the Fortify attribute. Change the attribute to intelligence and then change the range to self. You then want to change the magnitude to 100 and set the duration to a 4. This is the max you can do with your restoration at a level 50 as mine is. If yours is at a 75 or 100, you can set this higher. But either or guys, remember these values. Now add the effect of Fortify Magicka. Change the range to self and then match the last stats you just selected. For me, magnitude of 100 and a duration of 4. Save this. Then guys, add the effect of Drain Magicka. Change the range to self, again same stats as before, with a magnitude of 100 and a duration of 4. Save this, then rename the spell to something like Infinite Magicka and create it. Now guys, you want to go in and equip this spell. It should be a part or under that self tab. Now once this is equipped, spam that spell button. Now upon you doing this for a few seconds, you will notice if you go into your character stats screen that your Magicka is raising. Now, as long as you keep holding that spell button and do not let go long enough for the effect to disappear off your screen seen in the bottom left, this will keep indeed raising. It will also at the same time level up your restoration, but that doesn't really matter. I did this until I got to around 10k, that 10k Magicka spot, which is more than enough for me. I mean, you can go much higher. I've seen people going to the 30-40,000 mark, but it can crash a game, so keep that in mind. But once you are happy and you think you have enough Magicka, let go of that spell button and simply let those effect buffs run off your screen. Let them disappear. Now if you go into your inventory now, you'll notice that your Magicka is in the negatives. Here guys is where that enchanted item comes into play. From this point guys, you have two options: either equip the enchanted drain Magicka ring we made earlier, which will give you this Magicka, or use the enchanted glitch I covered earlier, which will give you this Magicka, but will not require you to permanently wear the enchanted ring you made for this glitch. Now the best way to restore that Magicka from this point, filling that bar up again if you've depleted it all, is probably skipping time by an hour. Depends how much you have, but for me 10k, skipping time by 1 hour is completely fine. Now because you have thousands of Magicka here, it means that when it comes to leveling up those magic skills, it's going to be way easier due to not having to spam out potions to restore that Magicka. Okay, so to create OP spells, you really need to have your destruction level at a level 100. Now to do this guys, we now have infinite Magicka, so it's never been easier. So following from where we left off earlier, back to that spell, Alter. Select the fire damage and change the magnitude to a 29. This is if you're at a level 25 in that destruction, like where we were when we left off. But as you level up to a 50, a 75 in that destruction, you want to be creating new spells with the same effects, but just increasing that magnitude. And we'll do this as we go on. So a level 25 destruction, for me, the magnitude you want to use here is a 29. So save this, then add restore health, change the range to self, then leave everything else at a minimum. Then guys, save this, equip it, and spam it out until you get to a destruction level 50. Then guys, once you're at a level 50, create another spell, here with the same effects, but that fire damage magnitude put to a 60. Add in that restore health, change it to self, save and equip. Then guys, just spam it out until you reach a level 75. Once you do, create another spell, same effects of fire damage, now at 100 magnitude, then add restore health on self, save and equip. Spam it out until you reach a level 100, and then guys, you are good in creating those OP spells. Now the spells you can make here are kinda limitless, but what I will say is, if you want to mix and match elements, i.e. fire, frost, shock, you need to, I believe, have at least purchased one of these damage spells in order to use them at the crafting table. The vendor in Skingrad, found right here on the map, sells tons of spells. Buy one from each element from her and you should be good here, then at the crafting table.
What can I interest you in?
Now heading back to Frostcrag, you can now start making nukes. Now you're still somehow limited here, it just depends on how far you took your Magicka up with the glitch. But what I made is something that was within my Magicka means of using, so I used fire damage on target with 100 magnitude, 10 area and 2 duration. I used the same attributes for both shock and frost, and while the outcome of the spell is utterly crazy and I'm well within my means in regards to the Magicka I have here in using this quite a few times. And I haven't really, to be honest, even scratched the surface here. But yeah, guys, you can do what you want in regards to OP spells here. So get to testing people and let me know what you come up with. So with what we just did with the infinite Magicka glitch, you can now take advantage and give yourself infinite health too. A couple more spells are required for this. Firstly, you need a Fortify health spell. This can be acquired from Bruma, and you can see where on screen now.
Spare a coin.
Hi there.
My name... Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
You then people need the Drain health spell. Now to get this, come to Skingrad, head to the Mage Guild and speak to Druzia. Purchase the minor wound spell. This will also give you that Drain health spell and the spell altar.
Hi there. What can I interest you in? I appreciate your bit. Take care.
Now other requirements are here. You need an item you can enchant. Now if you follow this on doing the infinite Magicka glitch, which I highly recommend you check out first, you will have seen that we used a ring to enchant that glitch. Here we will do the same. We will use another ring to enchant for that health glitch. I will state though, I believe any item you can enchant will work, but I just prefer those rings. Also, if you do plan on using another ring like I do, remember you can only wear a few rings at a time, so make sure you only have one ring equipped, that being the Magicka Drain ring we made earlier for that last glitch. And I say this because if you're already wearing 2 rings including that Drain Magicka enchanted ring, when it comes to equipping the ring we make for the infinite health glitch, a lot of the time it will unequip the Drain Magicka enchanted ring we made, so make sure you're only wearing this ring and no other ring. Okay, so you also guys need a soul gem with a soul in it. It can be any, it does not matter. Okay, so now we head back to Frostcrag. Firstly guys, here you want to make up the enchanted ring. So select the item you want to enchant, for me again a ring, then add any soul gem to it, then select that Drain health effect. Now name it and create it. From here keep this aside, do not equip this yet. Okay, so now guys we'll make this spell which allows us to get that infinite health. So head to the spell altar, and these are what you need, and you need to do the exact same as I do on screen and in the same order too. So firstly we need to add the Fortify health. Here set the range to self, set the magnitude to 100 and the duration to 1. Save that. Now you want to add the effect of Fortify attribute. Here set the attribute to endurance, then change the range to self, set the magnitude to 100 and the duration to 1. Save this. The next effect you want to add is the Drain health effect. Set the range to self and make the magnitude and duration as low as possible, which should be a 3 magnitude and a 1 duration. Then save that. The next effect you want to have and add is any damage effect. I'm using that fire damage. Here set the range to self, set the magnitude to 12 and set the duration to 1. Save this. Okay, so the last effect we add here is the Restore Health effect. Set the range to self, set the magnitude to 6 and the duration set to 2. Save this and create and name the spell. Now guys, I recommend you making a manual save. Okay, so now guys we need a spell which will do damage to us, as we need to get our health below a 10. So back to that spell altar using any damage spell. I'm using that fire damage. Set the range to self, set the magnitude to like 15 or 14 and set the duration to 1. This should be completely fine. Save and create this. Now guys, equip this spell we just made which damages ourselves. Now your goal here is to get your health down below a 10, so use this until your health is really low. you can go into your inventory character screen and see what your health is at. When you get it to a below 10, you are good to go here. If you have to go into your character inventory screen, even let your health regen a bit to use this spell to get it under 10, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so once your health is below a 10 seen from your character screen, now guys, you want to go ahead and equip the infinite health spell we made earlier. And then guys, just spam this out. Upon you doing this, you will notice that your health is indeed rising. And you can do this for as long as you please, especially if you use the infinite Magicka glitch I covered before this. Now I took mine up to 11k before I got bored, which is more than enough for me. From this point guys, once you have the health you're happy with, you want to create a quick save. Once you've done that, you want to load up that quick save you just made. What you will now notice is, if you check your character screen, is that your health is in those negative numbers. From this point guys, you have two options. Either equip the enchanted drain health ring we made earlier, which will give you this health, or use the enchanted glitch I covered earlier guys, which will give you this health but not require you to permanently wear the enchanted ring. So do here as you please. Okay, so if you took advantage of the infinite health glitch, you can take advantage of leveling up your light armor, your heavy armor and block to a level 100 in no time at all. If you didn't use the infinite health glitch, you will need the heal wounds spell equipped so you can spam it out while taking hits, which will also level up your light and heavy armor that you are wearing. Block damage obviously requires you to block damage, it's as simple as that. So how this is done is, you want to come to the haunted mine found right here. Follow the path I take on screen now to the very bottom, where you'll find a rat farm which has about 8 rats within it. From this point guys, just let the rats attack you. Probably putting it on novice might help too. Now if you didn't use the infinite health glitch, you will have to spam out the heal wounds spell. But if you did take advantage of the infinite health glitch people, you can just stand here for ages and you barely take any damage whatsoever. Again, if you want to block and level up block, just hold that block button. Light and heavy armor will require you to actually wear light or heavy armor. You can mix and match these, wear them both at the same time and level them up at the same time. That's completely up to you. Here though, just find the right corner, get attacked by all these rats, try and make it so no other enemy comes down here, like a goblin or so forth, because they will eventually kill the rats. But yes guys, do what you gotta do. And there we have it guys, for 10 plus glitches you need to know about. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, leaving a like really helps me out. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and hopefully guys, I will see you on that next one.